Righto, Talio Champ CES 2022. Let's have a look what Lenovo had, and we're going to talk about their showstopper laptop, this one here. But not only that, their ThinkPad, their X1 Carbon, stuff like that. But this one here is the showstopper. This is the ThinkPad Plus Gen 3 dual screen display. Now, I want to know in the comments, what do you think about this thing? Keyboard shifted to the left, so I'm not sure 100% about the ergonomics there. I gotta say, it friggin' looks cool, doesn't it? So I think this is good for productivity. You can use that as a number pad, calculator. It's pretty cool that you've got another dual screen laptop, and this is a different way to do it other than the way Asus does it. It looks like a really nice laptop. It has the ports at the back there. That is cool. Some Thunderbolt there. We'll get into the specs in a sec. Thunderbolt on the side, nice and clean. Portless on the right side. That's interesting. Has a stylus built in. You'll be able to use that on the dual screen. And Lenovo are the king of business laptops, and this one takes, productivity to the next level. Let's have a look at the specs. That's very interesting there, isn't it? I guess that charges the phone. So the specs of that ThinkPad Plus Gen 3, 12th generation CPUs, it doesn't tell you the wattage or what version they are. I don't know, this is the press material they've given us. 120 Hz, WAV, 17.3 inch, 1440p up to 32 gigs RAM. DDR5 of course, Gen 4, PCI Express, SSD, 70 watt hour battery, 1080p webcam. Of course we have some Thunderbolts, USB Type A's. I'll give it a tip, Lenovo always give you ports. They're really good with that. They'll stick with the USB Type A where other companies are not. And of course Bluetooth 5.1, Wi-Fi 6E. And it comes in at 2 kilos, 4.4 pounds and 17.9 millimeters thick. So that's a very interesting laptop. Now let's have a look at the signature laptop. This is the X1 Carbon, yes, their signature laptop there. This is from the side, HDMI. We'll look at the specs in a sec. 2 Thunderbolts. On the right hand side, it looks like USB Type A, and of course, that looks like a SIM tray there. Lies flat. Pretty much the GOAT of business sort of ultrabooks, and you don't have to be a businessman to enjoy them, okay? Or woman. They're light, they're durable. These things are just amazing. They have really good displays. And a lot of people will like the design of them. A lot of people think they're a bit bland, but yes, they are business laptops. And when you have one of these, people know you mean business, okay? To be honest, they're more likely to take you more seriously than if you had a Mac, okay? That's just the thing, right? Seriously. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's get into the specs. And here's the specs of all the premium laptops. This shows the X1 Carbon, the Yoga, and the X1 Nano, the second generation X1 Nano. I'll show you some pictures of it, but this is the specs of them all. So what we have is Intel 12th generation. Now we know they're P parts. You can get U parts as well, but the P part means we're going up to 28 watts. So instead of having a 15 watt ThinkPad, now we have 28 watts, so extra power, okay? Windows 11 Pro, up to 32 gigs LPDDR5, 2 terabytes on the Yoga and the Carbon, and on the Nano, you get up to 1 terabyte. I don't know why that is. XE graphics for all of them. If we have a look at the display on the X1 Carbon, we can see OLED or a 500 nit WQU, whatever that says. Just put the res. No one knows what that means. Wide QHD, whatever the friggin' hell means. But it is touch, and we don't seem to be getting the 2K OLED on the Yoga, but you get that 4K option there and a 2K display on the Nano. Now, I gotta say, they always have great display options with these ThinkPads, and they're just so durable, so tough. Dolby Atmos speakers, infrared camera. I gotta say, when it comes to running business, I do trust these ThinkPads for my business. Like, one of the reasons I got the X1 Extreme is because I'm running my YouTube business off it. I can trust the security of it. And that's the thing, right? They got all the good security. They got the good chipsets. Yes, they use better chipsets than the normal run-of-the-mill sort of laptops, with vPro and all that sort of stuff. 57 watt hour battery, 49 watt hour battery on the Carbon. Of course, fingerprint reader, camera shutter, that's just standard fare there. Thunderbolts. 2 Thunderbolts, they all have the same ports. HDMI 2.0B, so it's not 2.1, at least they tell you. Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2, that is the latest in connectivity. And of course, 5G, 4G, whatever you want. And it has an eSIM and Nano SIM. So yeah, that's the thing, right? 15 millimeters X1 Carbon, 15.5 millimeters, the Yoga, and the Nano 11.5 millimeters. Whoa. Now the X1 Carbon, very light, only 2.5 pounds, 1.12 kilos. Now the Yoga is still a little bit heavier, and that's because, it is a 2-in-1, right? And the Nano is just blowing my mind. Under 1 kilo, 2.1 pounds. But I've got to say, I would just go to X1 because it's only 2.5 pounds. I don't think I'm going to notice 2.5 pounds or 2 pounds. I guess the Nano's just got a smaller footprint, but that means a smaller screen as well. But that's their signature laptops. The bad news is pricing and availability. Yes, they're going to be expensive. You can see the prices there, but we're talking like March, April, July. Like, come on, it's a while off.